Since the dawn of time, human beings have tried to understand the world around them. We've tried to name it, measure it, control it, as if the universe were a machine and we were its engineers. But what if it's the other way around? What if reality is not something you simply observe, but something you actually construct? What if the greatest discovery in the universe isn't a planet, a star, or a distant galaxy, but consciousness itself? What if the world you see is not the world as it truly is? Today, you will hear three voices, three minds that crossed centuries and transformed the way we exist. Plato, a philosopher who saw beyond the senses. Isaac Newton, a physicist who saw a perfect machine. Albert Einstein, a dreamer who saw time itself bend. They didn't just study the world, they redefined it, and perhaps they created it. If you're here, it's not by chance. Subscribe to the channel, leave a like, share this video, and prepare to see the universe with eyes you've never used before. Welcome to the Philosopher's Labyrinth. And remember, perhaps reality was never truly real.
I am Plato, disciple of Socrates, philosopher of the soul, and an eternal dreamer of the invisible world. I spent my life searching for what cannot be seen, yet is more real than any form, the essence. The world your eyes observe, with all its imperfections and constant change, is the world that deceives the soul. It is the world of becoming, the world of the transient. Imagine men chained inside a dark cave. From the moment they are born, all they see are shadows cast upon the wall. To them, that is the world. It is real, but it is only a reflection. True reality lies beyond the cave, brilliant, challenging, invisible to ordinary eyes. It is what I call the intelligible world, the dwelling place of perfect and eternal forms, the perfect triangle, perfect justice, perfect beauty. The sensory world deceives. It changes, decays, disappears. But there is another world, a world where ideas are eternal, where justice is not a court of law, but an essence, where the triangle is not drawn, it is perfect. That world is the real one. The mind does not discover the world. It remembers it. The truth is within, and to know is to remember. Those who see only with their eyes are blind, but the one who sees with the soul awakens. Do not seek reality outside yourself. Seek it within, for the mind is where the world begins.
I am Isaac Newton, scientist, mathematician, but above all, a patient observer of the invisible order. From an early age, I sensed that the world moved to a hidden rhythm, a silent harmony few could hear. Where others saw disorder, I felt there was a structure, a design, patterns waiting to be uncovered. I devoted my life to deciphering these codes of the cosmos. The universe to me was not an abstract dream, as my predecessor Plato had imagined. It was a vast, intricate machine. And every machine, no matter how grand, obeys laws. Silent, eternal, unchanging laws. Everything that rises must fall. But why? Why should the apple that leaves the branch ineluctably return to the ground? Why should the moon keep its endless dance around the earth? At first glance, the world seems chaos. Clouds scattered by the wind, waves crashing against the shore, objects falling with no apparent reason. But look closer, and you will see order, laws that govern the heavens and the earth alike. Laws you cannot see, yet you feel them in every fall, in every orbit, in every motion. Reality, I discovered, is not a mystery. It is a mechanism, precise, determined. The apple that drops from the tree and the moon that circles above are bound by the same invisible hand, gravity. My 3 laws of motion revealed how this machine moves. My law of universal gravitation explained why it does not fall apart. Action and reaction were not abstract notions to me. They were the very gears that keep the universe turning. These laws were not born in my mind. They existed long before I named them. I simply had the courage to look into the darkness and notice the light that was already there. And time? To me it was absolute. A great river flowing equally for all, indifferent to our actions. Space, a fixed eternal stage upon which all of existence unfolds. The human mind is the lamp, but the equation is the flame. Reality does not need your belief to exist. It simply is. And if you know where to look, you will find order where before there was only chaos.
I am Albert Einstein, a stubborn physicist, a restless dreamer, and an unshakable believer in the power of imagination. When I was a child, I imagined riding on a beam of light, leaving the sun cutting through the darkness of space. I would ask myself, what would I see? Would the light ahead of me stand still? Would time itself stop? Or would I still feel it moving forward? That simple image stayed with me. It was more than a child's fantasy. It was a seed that would grow into questions capable of challenging centuries of thought. It made me suspect that time and space could not be the absolutes Newton believed them to be. And that seed is what led me to relativity. Time and space, they are not rigid, they are not fixed. They bend, they stretch, they adjust to the presence of matter and energy. Imagine the universe is a great stretched-out trampoline. Place a hairy bowling ball in its center. The surface curves around it. That curvature is gravity. It is not some mysterious force pulling objects together. It is space itself, reshaping. And the planets move along these curves as naturally as water flowing along a riverbed. Time also bends. For someone traveling close to the speed of light, minutes might pass for them, while years pass for those who remain behind. Past, present, and future are not the same for everyone. In 1919, during a solar eclipse, we saw starlight curve as it passed near the sun, and the universe whispered its secret. Time and space are not what we thought they were. The universe is not a clock ticking with cold precision. It is a symphony, and the human mind is the conductor. Imagination is more powerful than knowledge. Knowledge is what we already understand, what we have already mapped and measured. But imagination allows us to see beyond the horizon, to think of what could be before it ever is. Newton gave us the great equation that described the visible. Plato dreamed of the ideal world beyond it, and I wondered, what if both were right? What if reality is the bridge between precision and mystery? The mind does not simply observe the universe, it shapes it, it paints it. Reality is the masterpiece of consciousness.
And so we complete our journey through the philosopher's labyrinth. 3 men, 3 eras, 3 visions. The idea, the equation, the relativity. Plato told us the real world lies beyond what is visible. Newton showed us there is order beneath the chaos. Einstein revealed the universe bends to consciousness. But none of them had the final answer, because the answer may not exist. Perhaps the world is a mirror, reflecting only what we dare to think. You live in a universe created not only from atoms, but from questions, from dreams, from minds bold enough to imagine. Now I ask you, what is real to you? Leave your thoughts in the comments. Your vision might expand someone else's. And if this video touched you, share it. That's how ideas spread. That's how new minds awaken. And if you want to continue your journey and learn how to remove the weights that distort your perception of reality, click the video above and watch now. The Mind's Triangle. Eliminate 10 burdens from your life. You are not a prisoner of the world. You are its architect. And it all begins in the mind.